Title: She mocked my loud voice, now she has to yell every day to be heard. Chapter 1. The Volume of Shame. She used to say I was embarrassing. Too loud. Too crass. Too much. I always tried to keep it down, honestly. I just have a naturally loud voice. I talk with my chest. My old teacher said it. My coworkers joked about it. But to her, it was a sin. We'd be in a restaurant and I'd be telling a story, she'd lean in and whisper, "Why are you shouting?" At parties, she'd cut me off mid-conversation with friends, laugh and say, "Don't mind him, he doesn't know how to use his indoor voice." It hurt. Not just because she said it, but because she enjoyed saying it. She relished making me small. And over time I began to shrink. 18 years of marriage. 18 years of eye rolls, sighs, and public put-downs over something I couldn't fully control. And in the end, she cheated. Denied it, of course. Lied to my face. Until she couldn't anymore. When the truth finally came out, she looked me in the eye and said, "Honestly, the sound of your voice makes me sick to my stomach." Those were the last words she ever heard from me. Chapter 2. Echoes of Irony. 13 years passed. We never spoke again. Not a single call. Not a single word. Not even during the divorce. Our sons chose to live with me. I didn't ask them to. They just stayed. She'd get them every other weekend. Sometimes, when it was convenient, I thought I had let it all go. I built a quiet life. A peaceful one. No more criticism. No more jabs. Just me and the boys. And silence that finally felt safe. Then one day my youngest, he's 17 now, told me he didn't want to go over there anymore. Why? I asked, thinking maybe it was teenage boredom or a new game he didn't want to leave behind. He hesitated, then said, "She's always yelling." My eyebrows raised. "Is she mad at you? At your brother?" He shook his head. "No, she's yelling at her husband. He can't hear well. He's going deaf or something. So she just yells. All the time." I sat back in my chair. Let it sink in. The woman who mocked my voice for years now lives in a house where every word has to be shouted just to be heard. The irony? She married a man who needs volume. And me? The man she said was too loud? I finally live in peace. She can scream herself hoarse. I'll never hear it. Because I kept my promise. I haven't said a word to her since the day she left. And that silence? That's the sweetest sound of all. Chapter 3. What goes around echoes louder. I didn't say anything right away. Just nodded when my son told me. But inside, I was stunned. Because it hit me, karma doesn't always show up in flames. Sometimes it arrives as a quiet echo. I remembered the exact words she used to say to me. "Do you even know how loud you are? You talk like an idiot in public. You're just too much." She had weaponized my voice. Turned something I couldn't control into something I should be ashamed of. Now she lives with someone who forces her to speak louder. Not because he's cruel, but because he literally can't hear her. And I wondered, does it bother her? Does it scratch at her nerves the way my voice used to? Does she feel the rage she once made me swallow? I don't know. And I don't care. Because I don't need revenge. I don't need closure. I already won. My sons choose to be here. My home is quiet, peaceful. I laugh loudly when I want. Tell stories with no one cutting me off. And for the first time in my life I feel heard. Even when I don't speak. That's the kind of revenge you don't plan for. The kind that life gifts you when you've done your part, taken the hits, and walked away without becoming bitter. She lives in a house of shouting. I live in peace. And now I smile every time I speak. Because my voice no longer belongs to someone else's judgment. It belongs to me.